Hey guys, this is the War Against Narcissism, and in today's video what I would like to talk to you about is how narcissists are comparable to vampires. Now, what do I mean by that? Of course, you might be wondering. When it comes to vampires, vampires are basically parasites in the sense that they require humans as sustenance in order to survive, right? They need to feed off of humans. And narcissists are the same because they also need to feed off of humans or people in order to sustain themselves. Of course, they're not going to consume blood for the most part, but when it comes to narcissists are no one inside. There is no personality, no self-image, no self-esteem even within a narcissist. In order to prop themselves up, they need to put other people down, right? In order to have some type of self-image, they need other people to reflect a certain image to them, meaning that if the narcissist wants to feel smart, scamming you is going to be their way of feeling smart in comparison to you, because if they can outsmart you, then they feel smart in comparison. If a narcissist needs to feel strong because inside they feel weak, bullying you is going to be a great way for them to feel strong, because in comparison to you, they are strong because they are bullying you. They're making you feel weak. Therefore, they are feeling strong in comparison. So in that way, narcissists are very parasitic, and narcissists are very much like vampires because they feed off of people. They cannot sustain these simple things such as self-image or self-esteem without taking it from other people, without feeding off of other people. So that would be the first way. Now, the second way that they're much like vampires is that they have no empathy for other people. Of course, if you understand narcissism or narcissistic personality disorder, the main criteria is a lack of empathy or a very malfunctioning empathy, right? A good comparison for that would be the same way that people who eat meat view chicken, right? You may say you love animals, and I personally love animals as well, but I eat chicken, right? When I'm eating a chicken, I don't think to myself, I feel really terrible about this, poor chicken. He probably had a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, children, even maybe. Some vegetarians and some vegans would probably think that, and more power to them, right? But when it comes to people who eat meat, we don't think as far as that, because there is no empathy within our society or of meat eaters for chicken, right? The thought process goes, I'm hungry, and that's it, right? That's as far as it goes. And when it comes to narcissists, as far as hurting you in order to prop their self-image, in order to sustain themselves, in order to keep themselves being okay, they don't think, I feel really bad about what I did to this person, or I feel really bad about bullying or blackmailing, or committing physical violence on someone else because I just needed to sustain myself. They don't think that way. They think I needed that, or I'm hungry. And you are sustenance to the narcissist. And in that way, they're very much like vampires, because vampires don't view humans as people. Vampires don't care about people. If you know the lore, right? Vampires view people as food. We are food to them, nothing more, nothing less. That's it, right? So they're comparable in that way. Now, the last way that they're comparable to narcissists, to vampires, is the most important in my opinion, which is that much like narcissists, vampires cannot enter your home unless they're invited into your home. And there are protections against vampires, right? If you know the lore again, garlic, crosses, holy water. These are all things that vampires despise, and that will protect you against vampires. When it comes to narcissists, what will protect you from them is boundaries, right? If you're a person that has that easily says no when they don't feel like doing something, or they don't feel like saying something, or you just don't agree with someone, you're probably not gonna have a hard time with narcissists. They're going to avoid you if you're not the type of person that buckles under pressure in order to keep someone else happy. You are useless to a narcissist, and that is a great way to keep them at bay. But boundaries are not just saying no, it's also saying no in other ways. And allow me to explain. So a great example of boundaries, I think, is if you have a parent that bogarts your phone and calls you every single day and just takes all of your time every day. A great boundary would be to tell yourself, you know what, I'm not going to answer the phone every day. I'm going to answer the phone every other day, because even though, you're my parent, I love you, I have love for you, I have respect for you, I can't talk to you every day. I just can't. And that's my boundary. This is it is what it is. And that parent might come back to you and say, you never pick up my calls, and you always leave, you never make time for me. And you might go into, you might want to go into this argument of, I pick up the phone for you every other day, but I can't do it every day. But instead you just go, yeah, I pick up the phone when I can. And if you're not happy about it, that's really your problem, which it is, right? So a good boundaries would be something of that nature. Or an even better example is if that same parent calls you, but every time they call you, they either ask you for money, give you unsolicited advice about how to raise your children, about how to live your life, or they're being disrespectful, they're insulting you and belittling you. Of course, at that point, a good boundary would be to either say, well, as soon as you give me unsolicited advice, or you start cursing at me, I'm hanging up. This conversation is now over. That is a good boundary to have with a parent, or with anyone, really, right? If someone is being disrespectful to you within a conversation, you don't have to have a conversation with anyone. You can end the conversation at any time by stop talking or walking away. These are boundaries. And if you have strong boundaries, if you respect yourself enough to say, I don't have to put up with none of this, right? I'm an adult. Even if you're my parent, or even if you're my boss, or whoever you are to me, right? Spouse, child, brother, sister, whatever it might be. If you are disrespectful to me, I now owe you nothing. I don't owe you a conversation. I don't owe you respect. I don't owe you space in my life even, right? And that goes for everyone. And that goes for even people that are not disrespectful. You don't owe anything to anyone unless you have young children. You don't owe anything to anyone. If someone is making you feel bad, you have a right to write them off, of your story, right? You get to live your life however you please. So boundaries are going to keep you safe from narcissists, the same way that garlic, crosses, holy water would keep you safe from vampires. In that way, they're very comparable. So hopefully I helped shed some light on the issue for you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. Please like, follow, subscribe, and please share with your friends and community in order to raise narcissistic abuse awareness. This is the war against narcissism, guys. Salute.